Good evening. We will begin our 2024 swearing in ceremony for our newly elected and re-elected council members. Well, they were right the way the seats were. Question for you. Yes, sir. That's your preference? Okay, we want to do it.
I'm not sure. I'll ask him. First and foremost, congratulations. Okay, so why don't I just come on up and we'll just, I don't know if you guys have Bibles or anything like that. Okay. All right.
He's on the Bible.
Oh, so no.
Oh, yeah, yes, please.
All right.
No, that's all.
I'll have them. So I guess you three are holding if they're doing them all at the same time.
Doing it all together or separately?
It's all together. It's all together. Oh, okay.
Together is fine.
Okay. All right, you guys ready?
Yep.
Okay. You've been here before, so. All right, so just repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Jesse Peets,
Liana Rue-Cloud. Latoya Monroe.
Do solemnly swear or affirm
Do solemnly
solemnly
swear and affirm
that you will support,
that I will
that I will
support,
support,
obey,
and defend
and
defend
defend
the Constitution
the Constitution
Constitution
of the United States of America
of
the United States of America
and the Constitution
and the
Constitution
of this Commonwealth,
of
of this Commonwealth,
and that I will discharge
and
that I will discharge
the duties of my office
the
duties of my office
with fidelity.
with fidelity.
Congratulations.
All right, counselors, you may be seated. Good evening, Mayor and Council. At this time, again, congratulations to our newly elected and re-elected officials for the Borough of Yeadon, Delaware County. At this time, we will pause this session to go into an executive session before we start our reorganization meeting to conduct the business of the borough. We promise we won't be more than 10 minutes.
Fantastic Four. New age. Sheriff Jack.
I love it when a plan comes together.
It's like a wrecking ball. Yeah. With the old everything.
Gives me great privilege and pleasure to call this reorganization meeting to order. This being the fixed date by Borough Code of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, the hour is now upon us where we shall proceed with our reorganization of the Council of the Borough of Yeadon on this second day of January 2024. So I'm going to call this meeting to order, and I'm going to ask if we could all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. First, I want to thank the candidates who ran for office and were elected that are sitting with us here on council chambers. I want to thank the residents of Yeadon for being part of the elective process and holding true to your civic responsibilities. I want to thank I want to thank all the elected officials and the directors, and I see our district attorney, Jack Stolzheimer, in the audience. Thank you for coming, Jack. But at this time, I'm going to ask for a motion to appoint our temporary secretary. Do I have a motion to appoint Mr. Nichols?
Yes, I'd like to make a motion to appoint Nafis Nichols to be our temporary secretary.
Do I have a second? We have a motion and we have a second. And all in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Okay, congratulations, Mr. Nichols. You're our temporary secretary.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
At this time, Mr. Secretary, can we have a roll call?
Yes, Mayor Hepkins,
Present.
Councilor Johnson, Councilor Rollcloud,
Present.
Councilor Harris, Councilor Peets,
Present.
Councilor Beatty,
Present.
Councilor Monroe,
Present.
Councilor Brooks, Solicitor Kilkenny.
Present.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. Colleague Marcini, thank you.
No, I don't. Mr. Mayor, you have a quorum.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. Our first action for this evening is to elect a council president. Are there any nominations for the office of Borough Council President?
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, madam.
I would like to nominate LaToya Monroe for the office of Borough Council President.
Thank you. Are there any other nominations? Seeing that the nominations are closed, I ask for a roll call.
No, we need.
Oh, I'm sorry, we didn't do a second?
Well,
Second?
there was a nomination, now we need to make a motion, then second.
Okay, I'm sorry. Can I have a motion to nominate?
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
I make a motion to nominate LaToya Monroe for the office of Borough Council President.
Is there a second?
Second.
Can we have a roll call, Mr. Secretary?
Councilor Rollcloud,
Yes.
Councilor Beatty,
Yes.
Councilor Peets,
Yes.
Councilor Monroe,
Yes.
motion carries.
I'm a yes. At this time, it is official. At this time, I will pass the gavel and the moderation of the meeting permanently over to our new Borough President, LaToya Monroe. God bless you.
Thank you, Mayor. I won't be using this gavel as it's been customarily used over the years. At this time, I open the floor for nominations for the office of Borough Council Vice President.
Council President, I'd like to make a nomination to have Leanna Roadcloud as Vice President of Yeadon Borough Council.
Are there any other nominations? There being no other nominations, the nominations are now closed. Can we entertain a motion to elect Leanna Roadcloud as Yeadon Borough Council Vice President? It has been properly made, and considering the first nomination received is for Leanna Roadcloud, the question before the council is whether Leanna Roadcloud shall be elected as Council Vice President. All those in favor?
Aye.
Oh, aye.
It's an aye for me as well. The vote is unanimous. It's well deserved. We all know who the fighters are. Thank you, Councilor Roadcloud, for your dedicated service. I look forward to working with you.
Yeah, thank you, Lord. Fantastic work.
The Council of the Borough of Yeadon is hereby organized in accordance with the Borough Code. The next item on our agenda is to appoint the remaining officers and employees. The first is our Borough Solicitor. Is there a nomination?
Madam President,
Councilor Roadcloud, you're recognized.
I would like to nominate Kilkenny Law LLC to be Borough Solicitor.
Are there any other nominations? There being no other nominations, the nominations are closed.
I would like to make a motion to appoint Kilkenny Law LLC as Borough Solicitor.
Second.
The motion to appoint Kilkenny Law LLC as solicitor has been made and properly seconded. The question now is, shall the motion pass? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Are there any nays? The vote is unanimous. The ayes have it, and the motion passes.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Colleen Marcini from Kilkenny Law. I promise I will do my very best to help you in every way in your vision. Thank you very much for this opportunity.
The next item is to appoint our interim borough manager.
Madam President,
Councilor Roadcloud, you're recognized.
I would like to nominate NJN and Associates Nafis J. Nichols as interim borough manager.
Are there any other nominations? There being no other, the nominations are now closed.
Madam President,
Councilor Roadcloud.
I would like to make a motion to appoint Nafis J. Nichols as interim borough manager pursuant to the terms and conditions of the agreement between the borough and NJN and Associates.
Second.
The motion to appoint Nafis J. Nichols as borough manager has been made and properly seconded. The question now is, shall the motion pass? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Are there any nays? Hearing none, the motion passes. The ayes have it. We now need to appoint a borough secretary and right-to-know officer.
Madam President,
Councilor Roadcloud.
I would like to nominate Nafis J. Nichols as interim borough secretary and right-to-know officer.
Are there any other nominations? There being no other, the nominations are closed.
I would like to make a motion to appoint NJN Nafis Nichols as the interim borough manager and right to know officer.
Interim
Wait,
secretary.
secretary.
Interim secretary and right to know officer.
That's so much, it's hard to keep track.
Second.
Thank you for the correction. The motion to appoint Nafis J. Nichols as Borough Secretary and Right to Know Officer has been made and properly seconded. The question now is, shall the motion pass? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. The ayes have it, and the motion passes.
Madam President and Borough Council Mayor, I thank you for the opportunity, but I want to stress that this is interim. This is interim. You know, I know we're going through a process now to have a permanent borough manager, right to know officer, and borough secretary. So I thank you for the opportunity.
Well, thank you for filling in all those roles. So we're able to- Next, we need to appoint a borough engineer.
Madam President,
Councilor Rowe Cloud.
I would like to nominate Pannoni Engineering as Borough Engineer.
Are there any other nominations? There being no other, the nominations are closed.
I would like to make a motion to appoint Pannoni Engineering as Borough Engineer.
Second.
The motion to appoint Benoni Engineering as Borough Engineer has been made and properly seconded. The question now is, shall the motion pass? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
The vote is unanimous, the motion carries. Next, we need to appoint a finance director.
Madam President,
Councilor Rowe Cloud.
I would like to nominate Nafis J. Nichols as Finance Director.
Are there any other nominations? There being no other, the nominations are closed.
I would like to make a motion to appoint Nafis Nichols as Finance Director.
Second.
The motion to appoint Mr. Nichols as Finance Director has been made and properly seconded. The question now is, shall the motion pass? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. The vote is unanimous. The motion carries. Next, we need to appoint a vacancy board chairman.
Madam President,
Councilor Rowe Cloud.
I would like to nominate Tony Trueheart as Vacancy Board Chairman.
Yes.
Are there any other nominations? There being no other, the nominations are closed.
I would like to make a motion to appoint Tony Trueheart as Vacancy Board Chairman.
Second.
The motion to appoint Ms. Tony Trueheart as the Vacancy Board Chair has been made and properly seconded. The question now is, shall the motion pass? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. The vote is unanimous. The motion carries.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mayor, could you please come forward to swear in Ms. Trueheart as the Chair of the Vacancy Board?
Certainly.
Best lay of it for a while.
I'd like for my wife to hold the Bible for her. And if you, yes, put your left hand on the Bible and raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Tony Trueheart,
I, Tony Trueheart,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear and affirm
that I'll uphold the Constitution of the United States,
that I will uphold the Constitution of the United States,
Constitution of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania,
the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania,
and the laws and ordinances of Yeadon Borough.
and the laws and ordinances of Yeadon Borough.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you, God.
I'd like to take a moment to recognize someone in our audience who has been a staunch advisor and supporter of this fine borough of Yeadon. When we were having tumultuous times, advice was provided, positions were taken, and we are eternally grateful. Senator Anthony Williams, thank you for being here.
I cannot tell you how excited I am for this jewel of a town. For those who don't know, I am certainly a senator that represents you all and appreciate your support. What some of you don't know is that, my backyard was Yeadon. And I can remember when I first got elected in Delaware County, and people said, "Oh, you're from Philadelphia," and I would say, "No, I swam at the Nile," right? And my friends were at the Nile. My family were here for generations, and it was very distressing and painful for the last 4 years for me to come and try to work. And at a certain point in time, I think everybody knows I made it very public that I chose not to work with Yeadon. This is not the only time I've done that with. I've done it with Darby. And frankly, I've done it because, it's not about I'm right, you're wrong. It's about that there's a way to collaborate when we disagree, respectfully. And in this country, at this time, when we have so many divisions in front of us that are obvious, why would we be fighting each other? I don't understand that. That was very painful on a personal note. On a professional note, though, I mean, the growth of some of you all of you all, I've watched. You all have held the line, even though it was hard. You were respectful, you're thoughtful, you're intelligent, you're enlightened, you're purposeful, you're driven. All that is required to dig the hole that you're going to have to dig yourself out of. And I came here tonight because I want you to understand something. I didn't leave. I'm back. And if I can help, I'm going to help. I'm going to tell you, you lost hundreds of thousands of dollars over the last 4 years because some people chose not to work with the state or chose their own path. As many of you know that have my personal phone number, that don't hesitate to call at any given time, I'm here. Even if it's tough decisions, we will get through this. Better days are ahead for this town. And the jewel, and I'll just be very candid with you, you may not be of African American descent, I recognize that. But this place, for a long time, was the Mecca for black folks who made it.
That's right.
If you're a part of Yeadon, you're part of a purpose. And not to say we didn't welcome all types of people, because we did. But the truth was that we prided ourselves in our faith leaders. We pride ourselves in our civic responsibilities. We pride ourselves in our government. And I thank God that you are restored and the integrity of this fine town will be returned. And I will tell you that there's not a moment in my prayers that I did not pray for this. And I will tell you, I know some of you all were prepared to not continue on. Okay? I'm so grateful you stuck in there. I'm grateful that you've grown. And I'm going to tell you, all you all folks out here, even though I stopped coming to meetings, I would, stream it or whatever, giving people fire is what's necessary for people in government. So be very clear. Dissent is needed to make government respond. The fact that you all didn't quit, didn't get worn down, gave heat every single time somebody did something disrespectful, I want to tell you how proud I am of you for what you did to change this government. Because you did a lot. The last thing I'll say is this. Madam President, it's nice to hear your voice as Madam President again. And Madam Vice President, I love that too. I don't know who's Batman, I don't know who's Robin, but I'm scared of both of y'all. All right? And Mr. Mayor, hold on to your seats, because these women are dynamos, as you well know, right? I want you to introduce you to a friend of mine who came along with me tonight. We were in Philadelphia today. We had our own, little thing happening in Philadelphia. We got a new mayor, new president council, a guy who's president of city council, Madam President knows. Kenyatta Johnson is, as we would say in my neighborhood, one of my young boys. And he came from the streets of Philadelphia. In spite of all the challenges he had, and he had a lot, he went on to college, came back, he worked for me, gradually worked his way up, and now he's running the 6th largest city in America. And when people talk about black men, he's a father, he's a husband, he's a committed citizen, he's a taxpayer, he's a leader. I tell you, I was proud of him as well, proud of you as well. I want you to meet my colleague, Representative Regina Young, who decided to come along with us as well tonight. God bless you, Godspeed. Happy New Year.
Thank you, Senator.
Very nice.
Now we need to appoint a president pro tem. Madam President.
Nafis?
I would like to nominate Nicole Beatty for President Pro Tem of the Borough Council.
I second that.
Are there any other nominations for pro tem? There being no other, the nominations are closed. The motion to appoint Nicole Beatty as president pro tem has been made. The question now is, shall the motion pass? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. The vote is unanimous. The motion carries. The next. The next order of business is consideration to authorize the Borough Solicitor to submit a request to commence quo warranto proceedings to the Delaware County District Attorney.
Would you like an explanation?
Yes, ma'am, please.
Is that acceptable?
I'd be here if you need a nomination. Is there a motion?
Okay, Madam President,
Mayor?
I would like a motion to authorize the Borough Solicitor to submit a request to commence quo warranto proceedings to the Delaware County District Attorney.
Is there a second?
Second.
And on the question?
Would you like an explanation?
Yes,
May I provide an explanation? Good evening. So the problem that you have is you have two council members that have failed to attend meetings. Councilor Harris has missed 6 meetings. Councilor Brooks has missed 7 meetings. So the problem with this is it inhibits your ability to have a quorum, and it violates your charter. So the only way to remove a council person from the position is the district attorney's office has to initiate an action to have them removed. So what we're asking you to do is we have a letter drafted, and what we're saying is the council is of the opinion that the proper functioning of borough council is inhibited by their continued absences. And despite the constant attempts for them to participate, they choose not to. So we would like to make a motion for the DA's office to take steps to have them removed. Yes. That's acceptable.
Having been moved and properly seconded, the question now is, shall the motion pass? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. That vote is unanimous. The motion carries. There being no other business, I believe that some councilors have some words that they'd like to share with our community.
Oh, Madam President.
Councilor Cloud.
Yeadon, thank you. Thank you so very much from the bottom of my heart for supporting me through these tumultuous times. The times will get better as we move forward. There's going to be a lot of hard work, and unfortunately, there's going to be a lot of decisions being made that will not be popular, but will be needed. And I just ask that you continue to support and believe in me and my co-counselors as well, because we are here truly for Yeadon. It's not just your home, not just my home, it's all of our homes. So thank you for giving me another opportunity to serve you.
Madam President, I'd like to say a few words. First of all, I
Councilman Meany,
wanted to congratulate my returning council colleagues, Leanna Rocloud and LaToya Monroe, and my new colleague, Jesse Peace. Thank you for stepping up to the plate, Jesse. Now I'm no longer the newbie. So, very excited about a new day. Yeadon, thank you again for, as our former president said, voting with your feet. You voted with your feet. So I thank you for showing up and making the right decision and putting the right team together. Now we will try to dig ourselves out of this hole and move Yeadon forward truly. And I am excited. Thank you.
Madam President, may I be recognized to speak to the community?
Mr. Peace, you are recognized.
Thank you. Wow. This is a lot. This is a lot. Rah. Semper Fi. I sit here with immense gratitude and a deep sense of responsibility. Thank you for entrusting me with the honor of serving as your counselor. The victory is not just mine. It belongs to each and every one of you who believed in our shared vision for a stronger community. Together, we embark on a new journey to address our huge challenges. As I spoke to some while making my way around the neighborhood, I heard many of your concerns. For the sake of time, I'll only mention one of them here. This particular concern came from someone whose negative preconceived notions influenced this person's view of myself, and I had preconceived notions that skewed my views on who they were. But after meeting face to face, we both gained a better understanding of who we really were. But to summarize this concern that was mentioned there, it was if a new guard were to be elected, the old guard would be ignored. I can assure you from my perspective, this will not be the case. Speaking on this path alone, I would not be standing here without the guidance, mentorship, wisdom, leadership, and experience of all of those who came before me. And I'm looking at some of them throughout in this audience right now. At the same time, the only constant that we have in life is change. And the change is what we need, change is what we need to embrace as we face the future. We need to be open to new ideas, new perspectives, and new solutions. We need to be inclusive, respectful, and collaborative. We need to be courageous, optimistic, and resilient. But we don't have to do it alone. We have each other, we have our families, we have our friends, our neighbors, and our allies. We have our history, our culture, our values, and our dreams. We have our council, our staff, our volunteers, and our partners. And we have a wealth of resources, talents, and opportunities available to us. And we have a common goal to make our community as best as it can be. A community that is safe, healthy, prosperous, and vibrant. A community that is diverse, equitable, and inclusive. A community that is proud, hopeful, and united. That is the community that I want to serve. That is the community I'd like to build. That is the community that I want to belong to. And I know that you do too. So let's get to work, let's make it happen, and let's do it together. Thank you, and as always, Semper Fi.
All right. So I would like to express my sincere gratitude for the honor of being nominated for the position of Council President of Yeadon Borough. I am humbled by the trust and confidence placed in me by my fellow council members, and I am eager to accept the responsibilities that come with this esteemed role. I understand the significance of this role, particularly in the current socio-political climate. Now, more than ever, it is crucial for us to set aside political differences and focus on the common goal of effective governance. The challenges we face as a community require a united effort, and I am committed to fostering an environment of collaboration and cooperation within this council. One of the key priorities during my tenure will be to emphasize fiscal responsibility. We owe it to the citizens of Yeadon to manage their resources prudently, ensuring that every dollar is spent wisely and with the utmost consideration for the needs of our community. By implementing sound fiscal policies, we can create a sustainable financial foundation that will benefit the borough and its residents for years to come. Furthermore, I recognize the importance of making ethical decisions that reflect the values of our community. The citizens of Yeadon have placed their trust in us, and we must honor that trust by upholding the highest standards of integrity and transparency. I am dedicated to fostering an environment where ethical considerations guide our decision-making process, ensuring that the interest of the community always takes precedence. I am excited about the opportunity to work collaboratively with my fellow council members to address the pressing issues facing Yeadon Borough. By embracing this spirit of unity, focusing on fiscal responsibility, and making ethical decisions, I am confident that we can create positive change and contribute to the betterment of our community. So once again, I'd like to express my sincere gratitude for the nomination, and I am eager to serve the residents as Yeadon Borough Council President. Thank you again for your trust and support.
Fantastic four.
There being no other business, is there a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
This meeting is adjourned.